Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of That's What She Said. I'm joined today with one of my dearest and loveliest and most talented friends.
So kind.
QTCinderella.
I'm here.
Wow! The crowd goes wild. Oh my god.
Wow. They do that. They do.
The crowd was going wild. Alex. Yeah! Me and my one brain cell.
It is the second time I've been in the studio, and when I walked in, I said, Brooke, this is JHB's studio. Get out.
I know. It really is, though.
It's his.
It's his spot, and we borrow it. And so does Peter, actually. But they go, oh wait, no, they don't anymore. Didn't they used to be in that corner?
Yeah, they used to be.
Yeah. But we like the screen. And you know what? This is actually...
It is a nice screen.
It is. And it's snowing, as you can see, if you guys can see it. It's snowing for our
winter
Christmas
episode.
Winter
When does this episode come out? What day is it today?
I think it's going to be the 8th.
Hello, 8th of December.
Hello, 8th of December.
Nice to see you in the future. Am I still alive?
Hopefully.
I hope so.
I sure hope so.
That would be ideal. I'm very busy this month. It'd be really inconvenient if I died.
You have a lot of things that you need to get to, so let's hope that you're alive. Okay, we like to start off our shows with our good pal.
Start with the wheel.
Yeah, just it's like a good warm-up,
Mm-hmm.
All right, so actually you can spin your own. Choose your own fate.
This one's missing a prong.
Well, I've broken it a few times.
Oh.
But that's okay. It's used to it now. Oh, an
embarrassing story.
Can you think of one or
so many?
Okay, well that's always a good thing.
Do you ever share too? Like I'm like, Brooke, what's your embarrassing story?
Yeah, I mean, I normally
warm me up. Share a story.
I feel like we've landed on embarrassing story. I've told a few, so I gotta think. Most of them involve Mason and me, but I'm trying to think beyond in my early days, like college. Because most of mine are like dating related.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. It is embarrassing to date.
It is.
I think so. This is something you should know about me. A lot of people do know this about me. I was raised Mormon.
Yes, I did know that.
Yes, I was raised Mormon.
My mom told me actually because she watches your podcast.
Dude, she's a homie. I love your mom.
She loves you.
When you're Mormon and you're dating as a youngster, you come up with loopholes, and those loopholes can lead to some like awful stuff. So I'm happy we're starting the episode with this. This is probably one of my worst stories ever. Do you know what derfing is?
No, is this that trend that people on TikTok were talking about?
That's soaking. That's soaking.
Okay, I don't know what.
This is derfing. Derfing is just dry humping.
Okay.
It's a lovely word for dry humping. It's very sexy. You're like, do you want to derf? And
is it like a Mormon specific term?
I don't think so, but maybe.
Okay.
I thought it was normal. Who knows?
Okay.
But so that's like a loophole, Yeah. I think kids these days still dry hump.
I think so too. I mean, I was a teenager once.
We were derfing.
What else are you gonna do when you're that age?
Exactly. I don't want to have sex. I don't have a baby. That's what happens.
Exactly.
And so, and another loophole was I was a lovely Mormon girl, and I thought to myself, well, if I put like Band-Aids over my boobs and a boyfriend touches my boobs, then he's not actually touching my boobs because he's touching Band-Aids.
Right. Yeah.
So I'd put like Band-Aids over my nipples and be like, God doesn't see underneath Band-Aids. Of course, right?
Right.
Now, this is just setting up the scene for you.
Okay.
For my embarrassing moment.
Okay.
Picture this.
I'm picturing.
In my parents' basement with my high school boyfriend.
Okay.
We're making out, and he's like...
He's giving you the eyes?
He's like giving me the eyes. He's like, let's derf, And so
sexy
we're making out. Don't think anyone's home, of course. And for some reason, I don't know why, we're laying on the ground. Because we were like watching TV and we're laying on the ground, and he was like spooning me, and then he rolled. So I was like on top of him flat. Okay. Yeah. So my butt is on his pelvis, and I'm like doing like a booty dance, giving him the best boner of his life, I'm sure. With jeans in between us, so good. And then he like goes up my shirt. Yeah. And is grabbing my boobs, but my shirt's like up, and I have the Band-Aids over my nipples, of course,
thank
for
God.
Jesus.
Yeah, thank God.
And then my
that was close.
My stepdad walks downstairs, and I would have rather been having like anal. I would have rather been having like full on sex and him witnessing that than him witnessing whatever the fuck that was.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
No.
So that's what
I can't.
happened.
Okay, that is an embarrassing story.
That is. It's embarrassing. And we never talked about it. He immediately went, oh, and went back upstairs.
Just done.
And the Band-Aids weren't skin colored. They were like bright Band-Aids. So it's like he knew I was wearing Band-Aids on my nipples.
The cartoon character ones were like at the doctor, they're like, do you want Superman? Do you want...
Well, and then I came up with the worst excuse ever. I was like, his back hurt. What? So I was just like laying on him, I guess.
Back hurt. I was helping him out.
I guess. And he just couldn't get up. So he grabbed my Band-Aid covered boobs.
Oh
yeah. So that's...
I would say, I think that my embarrassing story would be like that, where it's like, it's just like you get caught. It's like,
yeah.
It's like when you're a teenager and you can't just like...
Most people get caught masturbating. I got caught doing whatever that
was. Who knows?
I don't know. Teenagers are weird.
Because you're like...
I mean, I still do it, but...
Yeah, because you're like, I can't leave, whatever. Parents are like, close the door, So it's like, I think like one of my, when I was first dating and stuff, it's like, we were like in the closet or something.
Oh,
and
nice.
I'm like, we were looking at like, it wasn't my parents, it was his parents, but I'm like, we were looking at his closet. Like, no one
you were making
that.
out in the closet.
Yeah.
They catch you and you're like, oh, so we were just checking out his jackets.
Looking. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a boyfriend in high school. I'd always give him hickeys. Yeah. And we'd be like, oh, it's just from lacrosse practice. Like, what
are you guys doing at
How
lacrosse practice?
Stupid are we? Like, why are we like this? Teenagers, you're not getting away with it. And if you watch this, don't.
Just don't. Just whatever
don't.
you think about doing, just don't.
Just be normal. Just have sex, but safely.
Just don't.
But
well, I couldn't think of a better way to segue into
perfect. As you should. Welcome to Wine About It. That's what she said. Welcome to That's What She Said.
Welcome to That's What She Said. Today, I want to give a special shout out to our friends Truly.
Yay.
Woo. We'll hit them with a little cheers. Woo! Thank you, Truly, for sponsoring this podcast. Thank you very much. It is the 12 Days of Truly.
Whoa.
Woo! 100 Thieves and Truly's yearly holiday giveaway.
That's cute.
Love that. We've already given out a ton of cool prizes, including apparel, high ground keyboards. So make sure to keep checking the 100T Twitter and check out what you can win today.
Brooke.
Woo!
That's really exciting.
I think that I skipped a word in there, but just pretend like it made sense, okay?
I think you did a good job.
I'm a skim reader. Okay?
I can't stop staring at these dots. I just really want to eat them.
Well, we'll get to those in just one moment because Truly is the perfect hard seltzer for all of your holiday gatherings. Now made with real fruit juice, their best flavors got even better. Yeah,
True.
There you go. Truly includes 5% alcohol, so please drink responsibly. Thank you so much, Truly. Woohoo!
Wow.
Woo! All right, so today I have brought you the Christmas activity, and I don't think it's anything you've ever done before. Never, because you're not a baker and you don't do icing and all of that fun stuff. Mm-mm. A gingerbread cottage kit.
Wow.
Ready to build, no baking needed. It's actually... Oh. We have two, but we can also do one, because that might just be easier.
No.
Oh, she said get away from mine.
Because yours is ugly. I don't want to claim it.
Well, I wanted to claim
I'm just being honest with you.
I know, because I was trying to claim
My
yours.
chair doesn't roll. I really wanted it to roll right there. It's fine. Gotta work on the budget, 100 Thieves.
We need a rolling chair.
Not even wheels.
Get me a rolling chair in here.
I'm just eating the dots. Did they come in the box? Yeah,
Are
they
these
did.
in the box?
Yeah, those came in the box.
Oh, they're gonna be yuck.
Dang. Okay, so the boxes are empty.
Yeah, they have the instructions on
Brooke,
the back.
why did you want to make a podcast?
Why did I want to make a podcast? I wanted to make a podcast because I think, honestly, I was really inspired by you a lot of the time.
Great.
And
Tell me about it.
She's like, tell
me about my failed podcast.
No, not like that. Not the failed podcast. But just even with like streamer awards and all these things that you do, it's like, I think that women-led projects in this space are really cool because they don't happen a lot.
You know, Pokimane was the reason that I didn't use a man for streamer awards.
Say that again?
Here's the tea.
Give me
I
the
was
tea.
going to host it with XQC. I was going to host the streamer awards on XQC's channel with XQC. And then I was at dinner. Pokimane was there. I was like, have you seen my phone screen background? It's you. And she was like, that's crazy. Get away from me. And then
not creepy at all.
And then I was talking to her about streamer awards. I was like, I don't know what to do. Because in this industry, women are often seen as accessories, whether you agree with that or not. It might be something you have to experience, This is like, you can even check other podcasts I've been on or other interviews I've done. I've been introduced as Ludwig's girlfriend, which is great. I love that man with my whole heart, but it's sad when I work really hard to create my own name. And I have had this career before I dated him.
Yeah.
I've done this a very long time. And so I was talking to Pokemon. I was like, I'm nervous that if I do it with X, it's going to be known as X's thing. And she's like, well, number one, people would be... X couldn't do this. He's a great guy, but
but it's a lot of effort.
It's a lot of And so she was like, well, why don't you find another female to do it with you? Yeah. And I was like, I don't know. And she was like, you can do it on your channel. You know that, right? And I was like, no one will watch it. I have to do it on X's channel. And she's like, you do it on your channel. And I was like, okay. And so it was Pokemon's advice that led me to doing it on my channel, and then encouraged/inspired me to choose a female co-host instead of a male, because that's what because even besides XQC, I almost planned it with Ludwig, and Ludwig hosted it with, but then it would have been Ludwig's show. And then I was like, what if I do it with Austin show? It would have been Austin. What if I do it Miskit?
Yeah.
So every guy I thought of, because I'm friends with a lot of guys in the space. Yeah. I was just nervous that the overarching stigma of it would be, it was theirs now, because I would be the smaller creator. Number one, I'd also be the woman. And so that's why I chose Maya as my co-host.
And you guys had what?
All because of Pokemon.
I mean, you guys had what? How many peak viewers was it?
Oh, there's 380,000.
Just 380,000 viewers on your Twitch channel.
The thing is I'm terrified. So I'm doing it again. Obviously, it's an annual thing. I want it to be big. It's been very hard to watch, because my award show is in March. Because I like to wait until the year is over to vote for the best of the year.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Because for some reason, that makes a lot of sense.
But
nobody else does that. Everyone's like, streamer of the year 2022, but we're voting in May. And I'm like, what? Like, what is going on? So mine's in March, but it's been interesting since mine was in March, and now I'm watching all the other award shows in the industry roll out. And a lot of you little bitches are copycats.
Ooh.
A lot of you seem to be heavily inspired by Miss QTCinderella. And that's fine. I stole my idea from the Oscars, Yeah. But a little too on the nose, some of you. Some of you a little copy pasta.
Looking a little familiar.
It's looking a little familiar, yeah.
Well, that's what I also...
It's interesting.
Going back to you being told that, like, oh, this is like Ludwig's girlfriend, or, things like that. You are nominated for Content Creator of the Year at some of these awards. Yeah. Are you not? Yeah, so, I mean... he's QTCinderella's boyfriend. Like, you're not. Well,
he's also nominated.
Never mind, Ludwig.
I mean, he's great. That's the thing, is like, he is very talented. I just wish we were seen as separate entities, and I try really hard to do that. Yeah. Even to a detriment. Like, I try not even to use, like, this sounds lame, but I try not to like use his friends at my events, because otherwise it's like, oh, it's just a Ludwig circle, because he's really talented. He has really, really great people around him. Yeah. I'm jealous of the people he has around him. Like Nick, who is one of our roommates, and Ludwig hired him for like production stuff. He's one of the most talented people I have ever seen. He's so passionate about like the finest little details, and I'm like so jealous. I wish I had something like that, with someone like that on my team. And he's really lucky, because all of his friends are just insanely talented. He hired all of them, and they all work for him now. And it's just like, I'm so jealous. Like, I just wish I had people like that.
That is really cool. Just to have that space. But I feel you. I mean, this is what you're 3 of being, you're Symfuhny's girlfriend. I'm like, yeah, that's...
All right, welcome to the Housewives podcast, my other failed podcast.
Oh my gosh. I'm so bummed. I'm actually bummed that I never did it, because I always wanted to, but
really?
I was so scared that my stalkers or whatever.
Yeah, I asked you multiple times,
but they would, anything that I would say regarding Mason, I know would be twisted, or he'd say I, was bad girlfriend for talking about him, or, whatever, because...
Stalkers... I don't know how to tell you this, but I have to break the news. They are in love. I'm very sorry.
Mine happened to be in love with Mason, not me. Yeah. But they're like obsessed with him. So I wish that I did, because it was such a fun concept.
Yeah, it was cool.
I think that was like one of the coolest things. I think seeing all of you guys get together and do that. That was a really cool thing to watch, at least from a viewer perspective. Because even I'd walk in and Mason's like, oh, the Housewives podcast is on. I'm like, oh my
Housewives podcast is on. Yeah, no, it was great. But it's really hard to get a group of 5 women and all get along And that's because of the way we are raised. Like, honestly, like a lot of people don't realize this, but women from a very young age were kind of pitted against each other.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. That's just kind of.
And so it gets really hard. Even if you watch it now, there's even more definitions to a type of girl. Like, where did pick me come from?
You're a pick me.
You're a pick me all of a sudden.
Girl. You're this.
Yeah.
You're.
When compared to like a guy, he's either just like, he's like a douchebag or he's not a douchebag. Like he's a nice guy or he's not a nice guy. Like, you know, and so it's just like, it's kind of this defeating thing to see when it's like, God, ladies, can we just accept that people have different, like TikTok is evil.
It's so messed up. TikTok is horrible.
TikTok is crazy. Like I am someone who has always dreamed of, like, man, I just wish I could be put together. Like, I don't have great fashion sense. I don't have great makeup sense. I envy that, genuinely. And I have this clip on my TikTok that only recently I was like randomly checking, and I was like, why does this have so many views? It's because everyone's in the comments calling me a pick-me girl. And I'm like, man, I'm just talking about how I wish I did my makeup. Like, like, this is crazy that we're deciding to like label someone so derogatively, and literally you can see women on TikTok stitch with other women. Like, you know, this girl talked about how she plays sports, and then this girl who doesn't like sports pitches it, and she's like, oh yeah, she's just lying, she's trying to get men. It's like, guys, can we just all have different things we like and just support that we have different things we like? Like, let's stop. Like, can we stop hating each other? It's just
because even growing up,
it's sad.
The whole pick me thing or whatever, what people put by definition, I feel like I almost used to like fall into that, where I felt like I had to join in and make fun of other women or tear them down so that guys would like me, or that I could get attention, or whatever it was. And like looking back from when I was growing up, I'm like, why were you like that? I'm like, girls are so much nicer to you than these guys will ever be, you know? But it's like, it's definitely a thing as you grow up, seeing like, wow.
It's also, you know, what's interesting. I do think I think it's systematically over like many years that's why we've become like this. Like we constantly default to being pitted against each other and not getting along. Compared to you can put 20 guys in a room and they're pretty chill. Yeah, you know, they're pretty chill. They're chilling out. They can get along, and even if they don't like someone, they don't cause anything. Compared to you put 20 women and it starts some chaos. And God, I had somewhere I was going with this. What was I saying?
That's okay. But no, because it plays into the whole, oh, women are so dramatic, women are this and stuff. It's like, because that's how we grew up. You guys wanted to pit us against each other. And like, now everyone has problems with each other.
This is where I was going. And I'm interested to hear your opinion on Mason. Because I was talking about this the other day. I forget who we were with. Oh, we were with Ludwig's family over Thanksgiving. And they're like, oh, I'm sure, you know, because you guys are famous, which that's up for...
My family uses that word too. And
micro niche internet celebrity in the corner of hell famous. Literally. Yeah, sure. Like, and I appreciate that I have a job that pays for everything I want. But they were like, I'm sure like you have guys sliding in your DMs all the time. And I'm like, no. That's what's interesting is even like, you know, I've been doing this for years. And ever since I started dating Ludwig, silence. No one has tried. However... there are a lot of female streamers that have tried sliding in on Ludwig. Yeah. And so it's like this weird, interesting thing where I feel like guys have this like guy code where they're like, she's his now. I will not slide on her. Like, I respect other men, like alpha male dominance, compared to women. Again, since we've been pitted against each other for so long, are like, okay, so I can beat her. I'm way hotter than your girlfriend. Hi. You know, it's like, God, ladies, please.
Please, we love each other. We can do this.
It's so sad.
No, Mason, I don't know if, I mean, he gets like people like going into his chat and stuff, but I think I don't see any of this because he just like streams all day long and then doesn't leave his house and stuff. So it's not like, I just think he's just very I don't even know how to explain him. I say that every time we talk about him on this podcast. I don't know how to explain him. He's a very special individual, and women definitely like him because he's a cutie and he's really good at games and he's talented and all these things, but like he just doesn't give it any attention. I don't know Alex, if I told this on the podcast, I don't even remember, or did I tell this on Boomer versus Zoomer? When we were at the club, maybe not. We were at the club years ago. It was when we went to the Super Bowl for Twitch, and we were out at the club and all this stuff, and my feet hurt, so I was sitting on this couch, and he was upstanding, and we were in this VIP area, and this girl comes up to him and like taps him on the shoulder, and he's like turns and he's like, and he like looks away. And
she's like, what?
He's like, what the? And she like taps him again, and they had like the signs, you know, the girls come out with the signs.
The cute, yeah.
When they have like the, you know, I think they had like Kappa signs or like Twitch emotes.
Yeah, it's cute.
You know?
Yeah,
it was really cute. And so the girl taps him again, and I'm just like sitting back watching, and she's like, "What's this for? What is this for?"
Yeah, trying to initiate conversation.
Yeah. And he just goes, and he looks away, and she goes, "What is it for?" And he goes, Dr. Lupo was standing next to him. He goes to Dr. Lupo. He goes, "What is this for?" To Dr. Lupo, and Lupo turns. He goes, "Twitch." Like what? And he turns back to the girl. He goes, "It's for Twitch," and then just like stands there. I've never witnessed a more uncomfortable conversation in my entire life. He just literally had no idea what to do.
It's so
and then
funny.
He just like kept going, and I was like, you know, she's like was trying to like hit on you or like, you know,
initiate some sort of like be friendly,
come hang out or like talk to you, and he's like, nah. I was like, yeah, okay, you're right, Mason. You're so right.
Lud is really good at it, because Lud will be like, he'll be like, so and so slid, and I'll be like, what? Like, you know, he'll tell me, yeah, or he'll be like, I was at a party and like this girl was hitting me. I'm like, who? You know, like, but yeah, and that's the funny thing is, even telling these stories, people will be like, let me be my keyboard warrior. They are so jealous, and it's like, no, I feel very secure in my relationship. Yeah. It's just like an observation where it's like, it's been fascinating to see, because I can see both sides of the spectrum. I know for a fact, and maybe like, let me also be the keyboard. You're just uglier than Ludwig. That's why no one's sliding on you. Like, maybe that's the problem.
Do people say that to you?
Oh, because I tell stories all the time. I try to be very, very open. I think giving perspective on the industry is important, because a lot of people jump into it blind.
Yeah.
So I'll say stuff like this. Like, I'll tell a perspective of like, you know, if you're going to date in the industry.
Yeah.
Expect this weird dynamic.
Yeah.
And people will always come up with different reasons as to why that happens to just me. And I'm like, no, I think it's very much so general, because I know a lot of people in the industry, and I do know how it works. I know, I know I've had this conversation with lots of girls in the industry. And so that's all. It's really funny, especially because like the perfect example, I think, and Mason doesn't really get outside of his box, but
bless his heart,
Ludwig gets out of his box a lot, and like
very social.
Yeah, he's very social. He's very great. He will like Lily Pichu. I love her with my whole heart. He will stream with Lily Pichu. I get DMs that are like, Lily is so much hotter than you, and you're like, what? You know. And meanwhile, I stream with Myth, and nobody says anything to him.
Right.
But it's just how it's just this weird, like, and it's not just Lily. It's any girl he ever talks to. I get DMs telling me how she is better than me, compared to I stream with a lot of guys, and he never gets those DMs. And it's like, so it's not even just like women being pitted against each other. It's like all of society thinking that we need to pit women against each other, and it's like.
It's like making
dang, I'm sad. Yeah, like that
when
sucks.
Lily's in such a happy relationship and like, all these things.
It's so sad. Like it's so
No, it can get very toxic. I think that it's very mentally draining to have to like put up with that constantly. Because I think we get, you know, I don't get that so much from like just like the average viewer, but obviously anytime that I talk to a person, you know, it's those stalkers are like, oh, you it is
actually your stalkers are a little funny, I will say, because because I announced, so this is on the 8th, so I'm sure the whole world, you just watched my Christmas concert that Brooke is in. She's playing
I'm not singing, don't worry,
The Ghost of Christmas Past. Yeah.
I don't have to memorize anything.
No, you'll have a paper in front of you. It's like, I think you literally have 2 lines.
Even better.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I
was reading the script on the way over here.
I was like, shit.
It's like a 10-minute play. So it's like,
oh, thank God. I was so worried that I was like, am I supposed to like memorize lines for this thing?
So future you, predict how you did. Tell them now.
I was a theater kid growing up. So, you know, I mean, like when you see the performance of a lifetime, just know I prepared for this, okay?
She did good. She did good, she thinks.
Watch,
we'll see.
I have
You
2
fall.
lines. I fuck up. I trip.
You flash a nipple. It's like the worst thing that's ever happened to you.
It's like the most traumatic.
But I announce it and I see in the comments, and I've done this because we do a few things together. And whenever we're on Twitter together, I get the comments from your stalkers.
Oh, yeah.
And they just like, it feels like they pull a name out of the hat to decide which man you are currently in love with.
We've counted on stream once. It was like 35 men that they've accused me of cheating on Mason with.
And I'm
I was
slightly
like, God damn, I'm busy. Like, I don't have time for 35 men. Like,
I'm
what?
a little nervous because, well, I'm not nervous. I think it's going to be funny. Just in before your Hassan arc, just throwing this out there. Because Hassan.
I'm buying a house.
Yeah, you're buying a house. No, Hassan is playing Scrooge. And Ghost of Christmas Past is the ex-wife of Scrooge. So I'm sure your stalkers going to have so much fun with that.
So what?
You heard it here first.
Shit.
Brooke actually is dating Hassan.
That's my ex-husband. And you heard it here first. I'm sorry. That will be something that they see. But yeah, no, people will be singing in the concert and they're like, oh, you guys are hooking up after the concert, huh? I'm like, nope, I'm just showing up to my friend's Christmas concert.
I want to break it to you. Brooke is lame.
I like literally
She doesn't do any of those things.
I go there and then I go home.
But then again, we are talking to actual crazy people, so.
Yeah, they're just literally delusional, so they don't know what they're saying. But yeah, I mean, that was they were mad because recently Cutie and we went to Disneyland.
We did.
Oh my God.
It was a lovely experience.
It was, I don't know what was wrong with it, 'cause we did get drunk. We
got drunk. Well, it was supposed to be a stream. It would have been a really cool stream.
It would have been a great stream.
But as per IRL streams, the backpack broke 2 hours in.
I'm almost glad, as bad as it sounds, I'm almost glad that it broke because we had such a good time just like experiencing things and not having to worry about like stream and stuff.
I mean, I'm slightly worried about the vlog because we were wasted.
We were drunk. We were on the log ride just spinning in circles, screaming at the top of our lungs with our flash on. I mean, it was just, but it was a good experience. Like I got home and I
great.
laid in bed and I was like, wow, like I had such a good day. You know?
Yeah, I think Brooke and I have the same problem where we're both transplants in Los Angeles, and it's really hard because neither of us have a clique, and so you watch a lot of stuff happen in Los Angeles, and you're like, wait, I want to come.
I would like to be there.
Yeah, I would like to go to dinner, you know.
But like I struggle with like inviting people to things and involving myself in anything. And so I always like watch from the sideline. I'm like, God, like I should do better at like trying to, you know, like invite people to things or things like that. And so when you asked me to go, I was like, yeah, I'll go. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I was really
awesome.
Excited. But we had a good time.
Yeah. I'm ready to go again.
I'm ready. I would go every weekend.
Leave right now.
I'm like, we're going to Disneyland. But yeah, that was a really, really fun thing that we did. And hopefully the vlog turns out.
We'll see.
We'll see. Because I don't even know what. We had a great dinner though.
We had a good dinner. Carthway, it's not theater. Carthway Circle?
It was C. It was a double C.
It's right in California Adventure. They have the best food in the park. I tell everyone to go there.
It was
out of the both parks. It's the best food you can have. Yeah. They have a seasonal menu. So.
Ooh.
Disney adults talking to you.
Me and Cutie were I can't open this.
There's scissors. I have scissors.
Oh.
Okay, I'm already... Okay, can I evaluate?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something about these gingerbread kits, okay?
Uh-oh.
I used to be a pastry chef. Not flex,
that's why she's so talented. That like all the cakes and stuff she does.
They don't even give you enough to make the display photo. That's what's so annoying, is they set you up for hopes and dreams, and it's just a lie.
This is a lie.
You can't make that.
That's so messed up. Wait, but you don't have to...
Especially if you eat all your dots.
But it's a Lincoln lock.
So now they're out.
It's an easy build Lincoln lock. You don't even have to...
I mean, we're going to be fine. We're going to have cute gingerbread houses, but it's just...
I know.
I'm just saying.
I know.
They are a scam. Just don't go into it thinking you'll be the next great gingerbreader, because you won't. It's also better if you sit. You got to sit on your frosting for a little bit. You got to warm it up. Yeah.
Don't mind if I do.
And then you can sell the pack later.
Oh my God. That smells so good.
It does,
That
actually.
was probably the loudest snip of all time, but I cut it and I just like inhaled a whiff of, oh my God. Ooh.
You need to come to
What are you doing on Saturday?
Don't come to my house. I guess I'll come to your house.
Well, I told you can use my house whenever.
I know. I am going to use, this is the 8th, so you guys are watching this on the 8th. So I'm going to use Brooke's kitchen in a few days for a cookie competition.
Which day is that?
I'm self-conscious about my house And
Which
so
day is that?
I don't know. I haven't chosen a day.
Oh.
So I'm using Brooke's house.
Yeah.
So I'm using 100 Thieves house, which I'm on Misfits, but I told Misfits, I was like, I don't want this to be weird, but I'm cheating on you.
I don't think. Okay, listen. I don't think orcs care because Mason was literally on NRG and lived in our house.
Traitor.
That's what I'm saying. Like, just saying. That's kind of messed up.
That
But
is messed up.
but he got free rent, so like.
Oh, so that's hype. Wait, what were we talking about? You said, what am I doing this Saturday?
Oh yeah.
What?
Well, I didn't know if you wanted to.
I'm not doing anything.
Do you want to come over? Maddie and I were gonna make gingerbread cookies and
Yeah.
Christmas cocktails and decorate.
Can Britt come?
Of course.
Because Britt's going to be in town.
Of course. We could literally make an extravaganza.
we were gonna go to Disneyland on Saturday, but they're all booked out.
Oh, damn them. Yeah,
I know.
come over.
But if it doesn't open, because I keep checking every day, if it doesn't open, then
No, just come over.
me and Britt will come over.
We're gonna stream the cocktails and then cookie decorating, and then afterwards we're gonna drunk decorate our living room and stuff.
Why don't we do gingerbread houses instead of cookies?
That too. I just don't know.
I gave her the option. It was either gingerbread
'cause
house or
today
cookies.
Today we
do have cookies.
We can do gingerbread houses again, but with
Do they
Maddie and
have-
Britt,
Okay, let's do
and we
it.
get a different kit. I'm not saying this kit is
I think
bad, but like
no
100
offense.
Thieves.
Come on. What is this? No.
Dollar
shit.
General is having a deal.
Shit.
Oh
But Haley will be there. It'll be a girl. It'll be a girl.
that'll be
night.
great. No, I am
Okay.
thrilled. My Saturday is open.
Yeehaw.
It is Daily Dose of Internet's birthday that day.
Is it?
You know I'm so good at birthdays.
I know
I send
because
you flowers.
you sent me flowers, and I started crying because I was so honored that you remembered my birthday or
Thanks.
your calendar remembered.
My calendar. Well,
Or
no,
Taylor.
it was me or my assistant.
I was
But-
like, or not.
well,
but-
and I thought about stopping doing it because we were looking at my finances. She's not that rich. I would like to make that. People always call me a millionaire. I'm like, that's my boyfriend.
dude,
And
the things that you run cost so much money.
they do.
I don't know
The
how you do
Christmas concert, here's a leak. You guys just saw it a few days ago. It's cost me $30,000.
What?
And I do stuff on a budget. I want you to know that, like, I do not hire a production team. I throw a backpack on one of my mods. Like, we are a coupon girl all the way through, and still $30,000.
That is just insane.
But I totally will have some sponsors, so
Yeah.
it'll be fine. It'll equal out. I mean, a lot of people don't realize
people don't realize you put that much into it.
Yeah. They don't realize that. They also, my goal, I'd like to make it very clear. My goal is to make money off these things.
Mm-hmm.
My goal is to spend $30,000 on a concert and sell it for a $60,000 sponsor. And then I'm a ruthless businesswoman. Have I done that yet? No.
You will.
I will. That's,
You will though.
I believe, and I'm manifesting. I don't know if I believe in manifesting, but
I do.
she does. So she'll manifest for me.
I'm gonna manifest it for you.
Streamer Awards this year, I think I will make money. It'll be my first event that I make money.
Guarantee you'll make money.
So we'll see.
I'm manifesting it because
That's my goal.
yeah.
You know how many people were like really annoying with Streamer Awards and they were like, do you know what you've done? And I'm
Wait,
like,
why?
because they're saying like it's so big. They're like, do you realize how much money you can make from this? I'm like, yeah, I'm not stupid.
You're like, yeah, I had 380,000
Yeah,
viewers.
like I realize what I'm doing. It's just so funny. People are like, man, she just did this event. She has no clue how big it'll be. I'm like, yes, I do.
Like,
I'm
why
very
I think
calculated.
Why'd you think I
Like,
did it in the first
yeah.
place?
Number one, I mean, there is the surface level reason I do it is because genuinely back to what we said,
Yeah.
where I feel like I don't get invited to things. I feel lonely. Like I think I'm one of the most loneliest kids in the whole wide world.
Oh.
And that's okay. I have a therapist. And so we have the same one.
We have the same therapist.
We have the same therapist.
We do.
So I was like, well, you know what? I'll just start inviting people.
Yeah.
I want people to feel recognized. I want people to feel special. I want people to feel all these things that I don't feel.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to make this thing. And that was the inspo. But then, of course, I'm a ruthless businesswoman. I know my dream is to,
Absolutely.
plan the event for $500,000 and sell it for $3 million. And then I'm a millionaire. And then
Boom.
I
Easy.
can be the millionaire and not Ludwig.
Yeah. Then
And then I'm just rich.
he'll be Cutie's boyfriend.
Yeah, he'll be Cutie's
Can
boyfriend.
I eat this?
You shouldn't. You can.
Is
it's
it
not
bad?
good.
Well, I'll be the judge of that. But am I gonna
The frosting or the gingerbread?
frosting?
It's not
Yeah.
good. It's royal icing.
it's not
But it's like
good.
manufactured royal icing.
That tastes good to me. I know you're a professional. She's
Listen,
literally.
I'm a professional. People don't know this. I will say this now. For any streamers that watch this, your wedding cake is on me.
You're
I enjoy
wild for
making
that.
wedding
You are
cakes.
wild for that.
I enjoy it. I enjoy making wedding cakes. And now that I don't do it as a profession, I never get to do it because
Am I doing this right?
no. Wait, what are you doing? What do you think you were doing?
I don't know. I thought I was getting the frosting in there. How are you supposed to do it?
You just
plop it. Oh, I thought you kept it in this bag too.
No, that won't get you anywhere. I'll tell you what.
Silly me. I killed it.
You didn't cut a big enough hole.
I didn't. It fell off.
Oh,
plus ratio.
I see. They don't even give you enough frosting to like make actual decor. It's very.
This is toxic.
Gingerbread kit. I will make a gingerbread. No, I won't.
Don't even.
Oh
No! Not the skirt.
It's a skirt.
Oh, not the skirt. I'm sorry. That was disrespectful.
Not the skirt.
Oh my god! It pooped.
Oh my gosh!
It pooped again.
This sucks. Okay.
It'll work.
That was jinx. Okay.
Jinx. Okay, so Saturday you can come over.
Yeah, Saturday I'll come over. I think gingerbread kits are a better idea than cookies because cookies get boring so quickly compared to gingerbread kits have a lot of
Well, how boring can it get if you're having drinks? Am I right?
Exactly. I know Maddie is she's a good. This frosting is awful.
She's a cocktail queen.
Yeah, she's a cocktail queen. Did she used to be a bartender?
Mm-mm.
No?
She just got bored during COVID.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she just got bored and was like, you know what? Let's make cocktails. So
I thought it was part of her lore that she used to be a bartender.
No, but I feel like in a past life, perhaps, maybe she was. We're gonna end up not even making these and just eating all the candy.
Yeah.
I'm shaking it.
Wait, there's the boards we're supposed to build it on, but I'm not doing that.
But you know what? You follow what your heart.
Who has been your favorite guest you've had on this podcast?
I could never pick.
Yes, you can. My dog is my favorite.
Your dog?
Don't tell my cats. I actually like my dogs more than Ludwig. Favorites? Yeah.
But that's like your children.
Yeah, my dog's the best one. So pick your favorite podcast guest.
I'm trying to think.
It doesn't mean the other ones are bad. No. You just have a favorite.
I'm trying to think. That's such a hard question. I don't even know.
Really?
She's like, you're lying.
She's fake.
I'm not. I literally don't know. I think they're all so special in their own way.
Hey, Brooke, could you move your mic a little more center since you guys are leaning in towards each other?
Oh, correct.
Yours is good, right?
Oh, mine's typical.
This way?
Other way. Like, can you rotate it and then pull the...
That way?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Dude.
Boom.
No prob. Okay. Let me...
This is the worst texture of frosting I've ever seen in my life. I'm not trying to be elitist here, but like, I keep complaining about this.
I don't think
this is bad.
This is not liking me. Who is this? Tootsie Roll?
Tootsie Roll? You are not getting my star of recommendation.
Unless you want to sponsor me, then I'll change my review. Because it doesn't stick. You have to just wait for it to get hard.
Yeah.
That's what she said. Get it? Because
good one. And
because that's the name of the podcast.
Yeah. You really figured it out with that one.
Thank you. That's what she said. Okay. Like why does yours work?
Well, you gotta put it together. It uses its friends to stand.
Oh, my bad.
I'm already out of frosting. What am I supposed to do? I'm livid. Someone get me some powdered sugar stat, please.
So can you not eat the actual gingerbread either?
You can, but it's dog shit. Not to be dramatic.
I might do it.
Not to be dramatic, I would rather kill myself than eat this gingerbread.
I'm taking a bite. It's good. I think it's pretty good.
Oh, good.
I doubt it.
We're not sponsored by Tootsie Roll. You can.
I like all of it. I think I just like anything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you wouldn't, but you would think it's shit.
Yeah. Of course I would.
Okay. We give up on gingerbread houses. Forget it.
I'm doing good.
Oh. Well, I give up on mine because I ate mine. But that's okay.
You've got some like extra frosting stuff, like to write, the writing stuff.
Oh yeah, there's like writing little ones.
Oh, great.
There you go. You can have some of my frosting too if you want. Because mine died.
There's a freaking gap in my house. This is so dumb.
Okay. We've noted. Don't bring a baker onto a baking related store-bought a gingerbread kit.
I'm fine. I'm
No,
fine.
no.
It's okay.
Okay,
What?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Everyone's doing the Ludwig's old dance.
Yeah.
Did you do it or no?
Oh, I mean, I've done it. Yeah.
You have done it. Oh my god. Are you good at it or no?
I think I'm fine at it.
Mason does it all the time.
What?
He loves it. He goes.
Why?
He's so bad. Mason's the worst dancer I think I've ever seen in my
He just
entire life.
loves doing it. He's just happy about it.
Oh my god, it's absolutely atrocious. I've never seen anything like it.
I tried to fill my gingerbread crevasse with this frosting, and it didn't work. And I'm just
Oh my god, I
so
got
annoyed.
my frosting on the tab bowl. I'm so sorry. I need to stop eating. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. No, so when's the QD coming out?
Never.
Not a dancer?
I'm not relevant enough. That's the other thing.
lies.
Well, you're talking about nominated for game fucking streamer of the year or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm nominated in the game awards and the esports awards for both content creator of the year.
Ooh.
I hope I don't win.
Why?
Because do you know how annoying it will be if I do win and then everyone's like, she didn't deserve this? It's just not worth it. I hope I don't. The amount of people that said like I didn't deserve. I also, okay, deep down, I also don't think I deserve it because sure, I can plan a good event. So maybe, sure, let me win event of the year, but the only.
Yeah, but it's more than one event. It's like events.
Yeah, but I planned a few. Yeah, I planned a few events, but I'm not I am not a good streamer. I'm not a good desktop streamer, which is 99% of my job. I'm not.
I think that you are though.
No, I'm not.
Because every time I click on your stream, you're doing something fun.
No, I'm not.
I'm just sitting there and staring at my, like whatever, playing Valorant or whatever.
Well, that's me. I
No,
play
but
League
you
of
have like
Legends.
fun things.
I do nothing.
One time I clicked on your stream and you were doing Pokemon Smash or Pass.
Well, Pokemon are sexually attractive.
So that's why I was like,
true.
wow. And I sat there and I watched it because I was very entertained and I was like, you know what? You're right. Smash, like that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
I feel like you're always like doing stuff even when you're not doing events. So that's,
I don't know.
I feel like you're such a good streamer. I just like press go live and I play my game and that's it, Like you're entertaining.
Well, that's nice of you. I did bring this up to get compliments, so I'm happy.
right.
I'm happy it worked. No, I think like in comparison, to me or Ludwig or the other people nominated, it's just different. I think if I was a good streamer, and this is the streamer's gambit, I think if I was a good streamer, I would have triple the viewership. Cause when I throw, it's not like I don't have the exposure, right? Cause I had 380,000 people on my channel at one point. None of those people came back.
Yeah, but I think that you're being too harsh on yourself because, like, look at all these people who I think, as bad as this is, it's a man's, it's a man's world. The world that
she's
we
a man
work
hater.
in. I hate men. No, but it is, and so like. We can't compare ourselves to all these numbers and all these things. It's like half the time when I'm streaming, people just come in there and say, show me your boobs. No one's going into
True.
Mason's chat and saying, whip it out. Like,
Well,
it's
it
just
always
like-
works too. Whenever they ask me to show I do
I
it.
immediately do it because they asked so nicely. I had no other choice.
And if you don't say please, you're not getting it, guys.
Yeah. But like a lot of the times, especially you get sexualized as a woman and like that's your only thing. Like oh
yeah.
I mean I'm sure like especially with like Amaranth.
Well,
and
it
things
is
like
an
that.
interesting thing where women on Twitch are expected to have an OnlyFans compared to men are not.
People get so mad at me. I insta-ban anyone who comes into my chat asking me for an OnlyFans. What's your OnlyFans?
It just is an expectation. It's not that I don't look down on OnlyFans.
I don't look
It's just
down on it.
Why do you expect it from a woman but not from
Exactly.
Hassan.
Are you gonna walk into?
Why do you expect it from me but not Germa?
Yeah, you're gonna walk into the grocery store and to the girl checking out your groceries. Like this is our job. Are you gonna say, "Hey, well, what's your OnlyFans?" No, because it's not socially appropriate to ask someone that when they're working. And I'm like, this is my job.
Yeah.
So I get so annoyed. I'm like, if I had one, fine, but that would be my choice. It's like, quit. It's constantly spammed every single day. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm sure I'll all the girls can relate to that, I'm sure, but
yeah, people don't realize that it's not just one-offs. It is every day.
it's every day. So you get an Insta ban. They're like, oh my God,
She's a prude.
You're a prude, or you're so sensitive. Like, that's an Insta ban, just time them out. I'm like, no, because you know what their second message is? Once they come back from being timed out? What's your OnlyFans? It's like the same thing. They don't care. Like, they're stupid.
Or can't believe she timed me out. She's such a prude. She's such a bitch. She's such a...
Exactly. So it's tough. I think it's a lot. People say, oh, it's so easy to be a girl on Twitch, or you get free views, blah, blah. It is not easy. It is
I
far
don't know
from
about
easy.
you. When you have people come into your chat and say like, hey, what's your advice for a new streamer? What do you say?
Well, I think I've changed it up recently. I used to always say
that question gets asked a lot.
Yeah, I used to always say, I think that it's good to put in when you're growing, put in as much time as you possibly can, because you never know when you're going to get that host, or when you're going to get that new subscriber, or someone joining your community that's going to make a difference. Like, I wasn't going to go live the day that, Corinna came into my chat and was like, hey, come play a game with me. And it was with her and Tifu and Mason. And so it's like, you never know that moment that could possibly change your life. But I have since changed that to grow on short form content right now. It's TikTok, it's IG Reels, it's YouTube Shorts. I see so many streamers now that got their start on just posting clips on TikTok every single day. Yeah. And now they have thousands and thousands of viewers. I'm like, damn, like I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
I don't have enough content for that.
I mean, I'm more of a cynic. Mm-hmm. When people ask me like, hey, what should I do? I really want to be a streamer. I say, don't. Because I don't think people realize how much trauma comes with it. I've talked to my therapist about this, and she's like,
our therapist.
This is the most traumatic job she has ever seen. Yeah. Because it's constant. It's never. So usually how you deal with trauma is you have something really awful happen in your life. Mm-hmm. Your mother dies, which would be so cringe.
Shut up, you're so dumb.
Your mom dies, and then you process it and you come to terms with it and you live through that. With streamers, the amount of trauma that you get is consistent. It never stops. You have people calling you names, you have people judging you have people cancel culture, you have just not fitting in, you have not getting the numbers you want, you have this constant brigade of just negative things. And no one can survive under that level of pressure. Yeah. And so a lot of people that are like, hey, I just quit my job, I want to be a full-time streamer. I say, why'd you do that?
Don't do that.
Don't do that. I mean, I'd like to make it very clear. I think obviously streaming is a career path that's available to people. I just think you need to go into it with the right headspace. I think you can't go into it starry-eyed like, this is kind of like the new Hollywood. But you need to be prepared.
It's so mentally damaging. Like, it has done, my therapist is like, this has done permanent damage to your brain that you will literally carry with you for the rest of your life. Like, and every time, she's like, well, what if you quit? And I'm like,
yeah, she says that to me.
I'm like, I can't.
I'll quit when Brooke quits.
No, I'll quit when Cutie quits. No, but it's just like, especially with me, like I see her a lot for like my PTSD from the stalking and things like that. And she's like, this is too much for people to have to go through every single day, to wake up every single day and, be harassed, stalked from these people and then trolled by these people on the internet. And then we constantly compare ourselves. Well, why do I not have this many numbers? Why are they so much better than me? Why do they get invited to this? Why do they get, it's so toxic, and there's no escaping it. Because even when I took a week off last week.
Then you feel guilty.
I felt so guilty. Yeah. I literally was like, God, I should be live right now. Instead of but I wanted to enjoy time with my family. I haven't done that.
But then you're selfish, then you're lazy, then you're this, then you're that, then your view count will drop, because that's what happens when you take time off.
My sub count.
Your sub count plummets, your view count drops, and that's your livelihood. It's not just so that's my biggest thing is I tell people, know what you're signing up for. It's not what it's not even the biggest streamers, they have baggage. Like think of XQC. He has night terrors.
Yeah.
And that's not genetics. That's not because of, his job before streaming. That is from streaming.
Yeah.
That is from PTSD. That is terrifying. His life is forever altered because of this job.
Yep.
And it's like, wow, you really got to slow down and think about that prior to signing up for this.
100%. It can be very, very damaging and very scary. I don't think people really take in the risks that come with being in this kind of industry, but it is not fun sometimes. Granted, it is fun.
It's
sometimes.
We're very grateful.
We're very grateful,
fun.
and it's like when I talk about these things, I never want to like come off like I'm not being grateful, or that I'm not
complaining.
Like, God, my job's really great because I love it, but it is just like, it is tough.
It is tough.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing I tell people is don't quit your job.
Oh,
do it
my
part-time.
God.
I mean, I didn't get a following until I was working. I was averaging 1,200 viewers and I still had a full-time job.
Yeah.
Just because you have viewership doesn't mean you have enough money to quit your job.
It does not. It's not equal. I used to end my stream back in the peak of Mason. I used to end my stream to go work my minimum wage job when I had like 10,000 viewers. I was like, guys, I'm gonna be late for work. I gotta go.
Well, and I feel like a lot of people don't know as well when you get into it. Then tax season can be very
you're taxed as a contractor, which is a higher tax percentage.
Yeah, taxes hit rough for sure.
So it's pretty rough.
It has its challenges.
Yeah, it definitely does, and it's also cool if you have a job beforehand because then you have a fallback.
Yes.
Too, which a lot of streamers. I'll be curious because we're the first of this era.
I know, I'm scared.
I'll be curious when people like decide to quit. Like, do you quit when? When do you decide to quit? Do you quit because you don't have high enough viewership? Do you quit because,
it's mentally too much?
Yeah.
Do you quit because like you can't financially support yourself anymore? Like, what is the cutoff now? Because I mean, for me, like, I got my college degree and stuff. I feel like good about that, and I'm not like saying I'm like worried about Mason because he's very talented and I think he'll be fine for the rest of his life and all that. But I'm like, people like him straight out of high school, started during high school. It never went, all of that stuff. I'm like, he never had a job. He never, this was what he's done his whole life. And I'm like, that is so scary.
That is so scary.
It's so scary because the real world feels so different sometimes. Mm-hmm. Like, I think back to my jobs, I'm like, that was hell. Like, that was...
Yeah, it's... Well, I think there's benefits and losses. Like, it's nice to make your own schedule, but it's also nice, your normal job, you can just leave.
You can leave. When you clock out,
it's over.
You don't think about it. It's done. Whatever, it's over. It's also nice to sleep at night. I don't do that anymore.
Yeah, I don't do that anymore.
There's pros and cons.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But it will be interesting. I agree with you to see who's like where do we go from here, or how long does this last for? How old can I get where people are like, I'm not.
Didn't Emma quit streaming?
Yeah, she had recently said, she's like, she said on her tweet that it was just like mentally just wasn't for them. And so I was like, you know what? Respect.
Yeah,
because that takes more courage than, I mean, most of us should do the same.
Yeah, honestly.
That's what I'll say. Most of us should do the same.
Our therapist is telling us to do the same thing.
Yeah. And I think a lot of creators would benefit from that mentally as well. If we took our mental health seriously, which we don't.
Yeah, we have a slight issue with that.
Yeah, then we probably would not be doing this. Look at you. Look at yours versus...
Mine's pretty cute. I mean, it's kind of messed
really
up. I just really wanted a bubble
There's
gum.
some more if you want, but mine I just started eating it and then it just
yours is two-dimensional. You have to watch it. Look at it from the top. Yeah.
It got snowed in.
It is the holiday season. What's your favorite holiday tradition?
Ooh, holiday tradition. Oh, I just like, I don't know. I love being home. I going home to cold weather. They have the fireplace on. My mom and I, we just put our Christmas tree up this last week. That was really fun. She's gonna watch this and laugh because she put the whole thing up.
Mom, you're like, Mom, it was a joint effort.
I liked looking at it once it was done. I'm sorry, Mom, but yeah, I think, I mean, other than that, I just like hanging out with the family. I think that's kind of like, I wish I had a holiday tradition.
Really?
Yeah, I think they're cute. Do you have anything?
Yeah, I'm like so obsessed with chewing all these bubble gums. I'm like struggling. I love bubble gum.
Well, my sister just started one where like she started getting like an ornament each year.
That's
add onto the
cute.
tree and like and you know with her boyfriend like they get one that reminds
them of each other.
Yeah.
Damn.
And I'm like,
that's cute. Oops.
I'm like
I don't do that.
Like, Mason, will I see you this month? I'm like, Mason, where are you? I can't find you. But I think I am planning a really cute date for Mason and I.
What is it?
I got us matching pajamas.
Cute.
We're gonna put on Christmas movie. We're gonna watch a Christmas movie. We're gonna make ornaments. Like they have like at-home kits where you can like make them for like future trees or whatever. They'll probably end up in the trash, but it's a fun activity. And then we were gonna do like gingerbread houses, but I'm already doing that a bunch. So
yeah,
I gotta think of something else that's cute, Christmassy. But like we also don't like leaving the house, so it's like, what can I do in my home?
Yeah, maybe you could do like the whole like Santa hat drinking game where you print out a Santa hat, you put it on a Christmas movie. Oh, really?
But I could do it, and he could watch. He could watch me drink. I'm like, here, Mason. Oh,
wait,
do
you like Home Alone?
I actually don't.
Okay, well, never mind. I'll go fuck myself.
I know.
I'm sorry.
I get shamed for that a lot. I just never really liked it that much. I mean, like, I would watch it if it was like on the TV, but I'm like not going out of my way to turn that on. I'm sorry.
Wow, that's interesting.
No,
that's one of the tops.
My top ones are like Elf's like a classic, like, oh, that's funny, whatever.
Really?
But
I don't like Elf.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I like the like claymation, like old ones.
Oh, I hate those ones.
Oh, those are my favorites. Oh, I love those ones with like Rudolph and like Frosty, or what's the one with the Heat Miser and the
Jack Frost.
I just love all of them. I love the old where they're like, I like those guys.
Okay.
Those are my favorites.
I think so. My mother was a human of tradition, so we had a ton.
Oh, okay.
We had like decorate your Christmas stockings, matching pajamas. Of course, everybody has those.
Yeah.
Like breakfast in the morning, we'd always have crepes. Like, yeah. So it's really weird to like figure out how to navigate it now when you're like an adult without your mom.
Yeah.
And like I'm separated from my family now.
Right.
And so Ludwig and I haven't really figured out. I usually just do like a really nice Christmas dinner.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like it. I like don't know. I don't know what to do anymore.
It's hard. I mean, I don't know. Like I feel like if I didn't like go home, if it was just me and Mason, like I don't know like what I would. I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like I don't.
It's weird.
I don't even cook, so I'd be like, we're ordering. You know in like Christmas Story where they go to the restaurant and they have the duck and all that stuff.
Chinese restaurant.
Yeah, that would be
do
me.
that. You'd be like, oh, we'll go to a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah, because what else am I gonna do?
Well, that's a Jewish tradition.
Is it?
Yeah.
Really?
That's what I do because I'm Jewish,
Really?
so I either just like watch other people enjoy Christmas,
Yeah.
or we'll go to it's Chinese food and a movie.
Ooh,
That's the move.
That's kind of nice. Like,
Nobody's at the movie theater.
Brooke's like, I'm converting.
I'm like, ooh, a movie! All of a sudden. Yeah, no, that sounds nice. I like that. I'm just not good at. Everyone's so good at gifts. Everyone's so good.
Oh, really?
At,
You're not good at it.
Terrible.
What is the best gift you've ever received? Oh no.
You know what? Mason and I last year, what we got each other? We got each other trips to Disney World.
We haven't gone.
Yeah, exactly. So that was my gift last year. He got me. This actually was probably for my birthday, but one year he got me this necklace with the matching ring, and then he got me a MacBook all in one, and I was like,
oh my god.
Because Mason does not spend money. He like is terrified of spending money. We'll go to like a fancy dinner for a date night, and he's like, fries are $14. He's like, absolutely not.
You're like, honey, it's LA. They're $14 at McDonald's.
Right. And I'm like, also, you're like rich. So I'm like, you can give me the $14 fries. And he's like, well, then we just won't have to we'll just not get the asparagus on the side. I'm like, Mason, like, you're going to be okay if you know.
That's so interesting. Yeah.
No, I told this story before, but he also, our first Valentine's Day, we went and this was when we were long distance. So I lived here, he lived in Texas. And so he would like come and stay for a bit and then go home. Well, I really wanted him to be there for Valentine's Day. So he came here and I was like, I'll pay for your plane ticket if you come here. So he comes here and we eat our dinner and all this stuff. And the bill comes and he goes, well, do you just want to get it since you owe me for the plane ticket? And I was like, sure. It was so funny because we told that story to Matt and Jack and they were pissed. Like, they were genuinely so upset with him. I just thought it was funny. But he's like, he's gotten a lot better now, but
he's frugal.
He used to be like...
He's a frugal Freddy.
He was very frugal. He was extreme. Like, yeah. So, so when gifts come around, like Christmas or birthday or stuff, and he always does really good. He'll get me like a nice purse. He'll do, you know, a bunch of really good stuff. But I'm always so surprised. I'm like, you spent this much on me? Like, what?
Wow.
Yeah. No, he does not spend money.
I have to spit out all this gum. I have no self-control when it comes to gum. I think I have 20 pieces in my mouth right now.
You just spit it wherever. That's actually so funny.
I like don't want to spit it out because I love it so much.
She's like, it tastes so good.
Like, I love gum.
It tastes so good though.
But I can't be productive in a podcast with literally 20 pieces in my mouth.
Hey.
What's crazy is I could easily put all this in my mouth too. And I'd have no hesitation. That's how much I love bubble gum. One time I had so much bubble gum in my mouth, I was like, I'm gonna die.
You're like gonna choke.
I just like sat there with all this gum in my mouth. I was like, I'm dying.
Oh my god.
This is where it ends. I should just do it. I'll just eat them.
She just dies.
I'll just do it. It's like whatever, you know? And this one fell, so.
QTCinderella dies on, that's what she said.
Ludwig got me snow one time.
Oh, you told me that. I almost cried. Mm-hmm. She told me this. That is like the cutest. Tell the people.
Well, he thought he was super slick because men aren't slick.
No, they're not.
He like put sheets in front of the windows and it's like Christmas Day. And he's like, don't look outside. I'm like, what could it be? A pony? Like,
what could it be?
When I'm an LA transplant, I'm from Washington. There's lots of snow there.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was really sad this was during COVID, not to go home and not see the snow for Christmas. So then, you know, you wake up, you hear snow grinders outside and there's sheets in front of the window, which is very sweet. I would like to make that very clear. I'm not like complaining in any way. But then I clearly know it's snow. And then I open the door and I'm not like an overly emotional person. And I'm like, wow, thanks so much. And like we sled and play in it or whatever. Yeah. And it's like super cute, super fun. My dog loved it because my dog loves the snow too. And then like all the employees were like there and I felt so bad because I'm like, they're working on Christmas. Oh. So it's kind of like a bad present because I'm too much.
My God.
She's an empath.
Oh my God, she's nice like that.
And so I felt so bad. I was like, Ludwig, did you tip those people? Like, oh my gosh, like they're working on Christmas. I feel so bad. I'm like, do you guys want to sled? Like, come, do you want breakfast? Like,
come sled.
It was a very nice present. I'm just too like, much an overthinker.
Well, men are not subtle, like you said. I'm like one of those people that, you know what? I feel so bad for Mason. He is such a perfect soul, and he puts up with so much for me. I'm so thankful. I'm like that person that like, I have a bad day, and he's like in Texas, and I'm like, I just have a bad day. I'm like crying or whatever, and I'll be like on my way home. I'm like, what if he like surprised me and flew here?
Oh no!
I'm like, what if he's like home right now waiting for me? And then I'll walk in the door. I'm like, oh, where is he?
Then you're like mad at him.
Then I'm like mad because he didn't.
Yeah, you're psychotic.
Yeah, because he didn't do this made up scenario that I did in my mind. And then so one time he was like texting me and he wasn't really replying, and I was like, what's up? And he was like the next day or a couple days later, and he still doesn't know that I know this.
Oh God.
He was like, oh, I'm going to my grandparents for like a dinner, and I was like, oh, have fun. Well, he forgets. Okay, and I'm gonna sound crazy, but we like track each other, right? We track each other, and I
do love. Sorry, podcast listeners, my mouth is getting really full of gum, but I'm committed to the bit now. I do love the I'm gonna sound crazy as the intro to the sentence.
Oh, because I am, but we track each other just in case an emergency happens and we need to know, like, what if I get kidnapped? And then, thank God he tracks my phone, you know? Boom. But otherwise, I like to see what he's doing, you know? So I was seeing like, oh, if he was there yet, because he wasn't responding to me. I'm like, where are you on the road? How long are you taking? And he was at the airport, and I was like, ooh, he's coming to surprise me. So then
And you ruined it.
No, I didn't say anything. To this day, he thinks I was surprised. Sorry, Mason. I tracked you. I saw you at the airport. And then I acted really surprised when he got home.
What a bitch. Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah. But the other night, you know what was really cute, actually? I did have a bad day, and I was crying, and I was so upset.
Why? What happened?
I don't even remember. I think...
Me all the time. I'm like, this is the worst day of my life.
I literally was like, this is a worst... I just texted you. I'm like, this is the worst day ever. I couldn't tell you what happened, but I was upset.
That was a minor inconvenience.
Minor inconvenience. And I was like, I'm having the worst day. So I put on Beverly Hills Housewives. I wrap myself in a cocoon, and I lay in bed, and I'm finally like, no one speak to me. And he texts me, and he goes, can you bring my package in from outside? And I was like, Mason! I was like, no! I laid down. I am cocooned. It was like 7 p.m. I was like, I'm in bed. No, I can't. And he's like, well, I don't want it to get stolen. Can you please just do it? It's really expensive. And I was like, you owe me. I was like I was so mad. I was so upset. So I fling the blanket off, and I walked downstairs, and I opened the door, and he got me flowers. And they were so nice. And I was like, I'm such a bitch.
You're a monster.
I'm a monster. I was like, oh, baby, that's so sweet. After I'm like, I guess. I felt so bad. But yeah, he's really thoughtful like that. He's very nice.
Anyway, he's great.
Anyway, I
in my mouth.
love that. I can't believe
Let me just get it over with.
She has 3 left. She did 3 at once. She just did 5 at once. I'm like almost curious, like,
I'm loving it.
Does, you know how like when you chew gum long enough it like loses its taste? Is it not doing that for you? She can't even form a sentence. She's like, please don't say. Who knew that this is how
it's a gift that keeps on giving.
It just keeps going and going. Oh my god, that's a wad. I can see it in your mouth. I can see it. Close your eyes if you don't want to see it.
I have to get this side isn't as chewed, so I have to get it to match real quick.
Say that one more time. What was that? That one's not as chewed.
We're going to the Taylor Swift concert together. Tell them about it.
We are.
Wait, Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift. She actually told me at Disneyland, she started talking about her Taylor Swift tickets that she had got. And she turns and she goes, oh yeah, I got yours. I got you one. And I was so hyped because we had talked about going, but it was briefly at, I think, Wendy and Abe's wedding, and I was drunk, and I'm pretty sure you were as well.
I didn't get you drunk.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Yes, you did.
Mm-mm.
Oh no, I was thinking about someone else. Sorry, never mind. Sorry, never mind. Forget I said that. But so I was like, it's one of those things where you're like, okay, we said we were gonna do this, or we're actually gonna do it. But she actually did it, and I was like, dang! Now we're gonna see Taylor Swift. We love Taylor Swift. Oh, do it.
Ew, that's so much gum.
Oh my god!
My jaw hurts.
Well, yeah.
I'm selling it.
Is it gray?
It's kind of yuck. Well, half of it isn't chewed all the way because I gave up. So there's like chunks of unchewed. It's rainbow, actually. Don't
I think
look
we
at
could
it.
auction this.
We're not auctioning it. We're giving it to JHB for free.
JHB's like in here like cleaning up.
He's like,
yes.
whoa.
Jackpot.
Yeah, so it's the Taylor Swift queue. I waited in line. I got us tickets. We're going. It's
How long did that take you?
Like 6 hours. It was crazy. I had like meetings that day, and I was like, guys, listen. They were like in the background. I had to delay my stream. It was a whole thing, but I got them. I'm some of the 2% that actually got them. That isn't scamming, by the way. Swifties, if you're out there and you bought tickets just to resell them, you suck.
Yeah.
And I stand by that. You're a bad person.
Yeah.
I think the solution was, which this is my hot take, which I know my mouth is like all sorts of colors now.
It actually isn't.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm.
It looks good.
See it. Really?
It looks nice.
Is that Taylor, with these tickets, with Ticketmaster, they should have just allowed no transfer, no resell.
Yeah.
And if you buy tickets and you don't show up, sorry, you're shit out of luck.
Yeah.
That's it.
Because
Like
otherwise it's gonna be terrible.
And if you need to show, like if you bought tickets for a group of 5, you cannot enter until your group of 5 gets there. Sorry.
There you go.
That's it. But
She
they didn't
solved
do
it.
that. They never listened to me.
I know. The world would just be so much easier if everyone listened to Cutie when she talked.
Let me be president.
Let me be president.
I'd be an awful president because I'd just get mad. I'd be like, screw Croatia. And they'd be like, why? I'd be like, I don't know.
Just felt like it that
Screw
day.
'em. Yeah.
Just felt like it that day. Canada, you're done.
You're done.
You're out of here.
I'd be like, I had bad waffles this morning. Canada's out.
Are waffles Canadian?
Maple syrup.
Oh, I forgot. Also, isn't Canadian bacon just
Bacon.
It's just ham.
ham?
Yeah.
Yeah. They call it bacon.
They call it bacon?
Yeah.
Well, what do they call bacon?
Extra crispy
Yeah.
bacon. We're in a book club. Do you want to tell them about it? Actually, fuck Bjergsen. Can we say that?
Yeah, now we just did.
Fuck
Say it,
Bjergsen.
yeah.
Our book club consists of me, Brooke, Myth, and Bjergsen. It's 4. Yeah,
There's 4
we
of
don't
us.
have very many friends.
We don't have a lot of friends. We're trying our best, though.
We're trying our best. And we have our first book. We're reading it.
Yeah.
Bjergsen picked it. It's about suicide.
It's really dark. He picks, it's our first book. He picks the darkest book possible.
I thought it was so funny. I was genuinely interested. I like biographies, so he tells me about it. I'm like, oh, this is great. Then I presented to the group. The group's like, huh?
It was dark. I was like, oh, okay. Like, we're getting into it. And
yeah.
Then,
and then he's like, by the way, I'm probably leaving the country. Gonna have to miss the first inaugural book club meeting. Gasp.
what happened to our book club? So now
we
got a
failed
book
before,
club out of a Discord call.
Yeah, we're doing a Discord call for our first meeting. So cringe.
so cringe, unbelievable.
So we hate Bjergsen.
yeah, I'm like still trying to think what book I want to.
Yeah, you're in charge next. I'm telling you
I know,
right now.
I know.
So you have to have it by, when's our book club meeting? The 12th. Our book club meetings.
The 12th?
I was Googling, this is me, because I like to be successful at any group activity I put
Yeah.
together. So I Google, I'm like, how to run a book club. They're like, number 1, have friends. I'm like, oops.
Oops. Failed that one.
Number 1, make sure one of them doesn't leave the country. I'm like, oops.
Oops.
No, but it's like, okay, beginning of book club, you're supposed to all catch up. It's like have some topics. Like number 1 was something that happened in the past month. Number 2, some goss. Great.
Oh, so we're supposed to like talk?
We're gonna goss. We're supposed to become friends. Sisterhood of the
Okay.
Traveling Books.
Oh my god. Okay, so I need to bring goss. Do I need to bring snacks?
Something about yourself. Well, normally we'd be going to dinner, but thanks to Bjergsen, that's a ruin.
okay. So no.
So no snacks. I don't know what we're gonna do, but that's
Okay.
the other thing we're supposed to do over dinner. And then everyone's supposed to bring their favorite quote, which I forgot to tell anyone to find that.
Okay.
And then we
quote?
just talk about the book and we share our favorite quotes and we talk about our lives and we become best friends forever.
Yes. I was reading a book.
About a book club.
Well, in the back of the book, it had book club questions.
Oh,
Wasn't that nice?
wait. Send me a picture because we need them.
Well, it was like related to that book.
Oh.
It wasn't just.
I
Like,
don't
in
know how to run a
general.
book club successfully. I was reading some of it. Someone was like, everyone bring their kids. And I was like, we don't have one.
Oh, thank God.
None of us have one of those.
No offense, Alex.
Yeah, none taken.
I was like,
None
thank
taken.
God. Not like
God,
that.
I could never.
We're just not responsible like you are,
Yeah, it's
okay?
So yeah, our book club is a thing, but has already started to fail.
In the comments, let us know how long you think our book club will last.
True.
Because I'm curious.
I don't even know if it'll last past the first meeting.
It has to.
Because I sent a message that said, are you guys okay with Discord?
Yeah, but you sent that like 2 hours ago,
Did you even
right?
reply?
No.
What?
Because I'd tell you in person, yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay. So we'll just see what happens.
Yeah.
But know that if it ends, it was not our fault.
It wasn't us.
It's
Just
Bjergsen's
know
fault.
You guys know who to blame.
Yeah.
All right. How long have we been talking?
Like, what, an hour and 10?
Hour 10? Yeah.
Sure.
How long is your podcast?
Normally like 45 minutes.
Oh, really?
It's been popping off.
What are you going to cut out? Is it the derfing? That would be a shame.
It's just gonna be bleeped. All of the whole thing is gonna be like
No, you can keep it all in
her,
there.
her whole bleeped. I guess that's a great stopping point. Cutie,
Oh my god, it's stable as hell. Did you see how hard I just slammed on that?
that thing is structurally sound.
I was really trying to let us have a disastrous moment at the end, and I
well,
failed.
we already have a disastrous moment. It's called mine.
This is just like our book club.
Oh my god, please no.
Wow.
That's really impressive, actually. I like
Well,
that.
I guess you get to survive.
Woo! Alrighty, a special shout out to Truly for
Thanks, Truly.
today. Thank you, Truly. A little cheers. Boop. Cheers. All right. Thank you. And thank you to Cutie for coming on today and sharing all kinds of wonderful...
I don't even know what we did today.
We talked about...
Whenever I leave a podcast, I'm not even kidding you. Every single time I leave a podcast, I'll message Ludwig and I'll be like, sorry, I don't know what I said.
I don't know what happened, but...
Because
Yeah.
I'm
have to
a
think about
vocal processor,
Yeah.
which means I have a good excuse for being a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
Because I can't think in my head.
I don't even need an excuse. I just do
Well,
it.
apparently people can think in their head.
Yeah.
I can't. It just is out.
You just say it.
It just comes out.
No.
I don't have words in here. I only have like pictures of bunnies and stuff.
Aw.
Yeah.
Well, you did good.
Thanks.
You did very good.
I hope I didn't say something offensive.
No, you did a great job.
No racism today.
You did really good, Cutie.
Great.
Thank you for coming
Thank
on.
you for hosting
Round of
me.
applause. The crowd goes wild.
Yay.
And thank you guys for watching and listening. Make sure you give us 5 stars on whether it's Spotify, Apple, any of that.
Yelp.
Yelp, give us 5 stars. If this is YouTube that you're watching on, give us a like, drop a comment.
And tell us who you want on next.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say.
I knew it.
Woo!
I've done a podcast or 4.
Yeah, you do.
They've all
some
failed,
experience.
so
Well, I wasn't gonna say.
good luck out here.
All right, so that's gonna be it for today. Thank you guys. And we'll
Yay.
see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.